Hello. I see affirmations are calling everyone the fuck out tonight, apparently, huh? It's fun. I like how last time I streamed I was literally complaining too that like just commenting, not really complaining. Commenting that the affirmations bot was essentially pulling from like the first like few, and it wasn't even like going into like the newer ones. Because I have like 55 total fucking like affirmations now. It's just like, you're using like roughly the first 20. Come on. Move past those 20. Those are like my earliest ones. So, hello Bree. Hello Adam. And hello Ro. If that's what you wish to be called. Anyway, I don't think I've ever asked what you want to be called. So, let me know. Okay, great. Thank you. Alrighty. Anyway, there are a few decks today that have just been calling to me like pretty strongly. Tower of the Divine has been calling to me like pretty strongly for a while now. So we're going to be using that. And then Moonology decks in general have just been like calling to me, but like Moonology Manifestation one has definitely just been like, it's time. It's time. Use me. So we're using the Moonology Manifestation Oracle as well. And gonna keep it simple. We're gonna use the Angel Number Messages deck as well. Because I like the messages that have been coming from that little affirmation deck, so yeah. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I also just realized too, Adam, that this is the first time I've streamed in like months. I say months as if I've been streaming a lot, you know, those past few months. But like the one time I have been streaming a month for like the past 3 fucking months, it's always been on a night that you work closing shift. So you've never been able to make it to stream for very long, and you haven't really been able to get a reading for a while. So, whoopsie. So it's nice to finally have you in stream. Alrighty. I suppose then let us go ahead and get into things. Also, I think I'm gonna turn down music just a tad bit more. There. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay, but anyway. Let's go ahead and get into the readings, eh? Let's see what collectors have to say. Hopefully they're not gonna roast us as hard as the fucking affirmations roasted you. Today, apparently. Before stream even really began, so... Alright. What do we need to hear today, huh? It's not one shuffle right now. Let me do that again. It's better. Okay. Wonderful. We're going to do this tonight, apparently. And how about fuck you? Is all I have to say to that. That is all I have to say to that. Okay. We have Ace of Cups. Followed by Queen of Coins. Great. Yep. Followed by the Lovers reversed. Fantastic. Yeah. Love the vibes of this right now. Thank you. Ugh. I think we're getting roasted tonight, y'all. I think we're getting roasted tonight. This is also a really, really fucking funny message given eggs affirmation. Particularly. Those vibes? These vibes. So. Hi, Speaking of, hello. Hi. I had a feeling we were gonna get a message like this too, cause yeah. Yep. Okay. Anyway, so it's all about the vibes here are all about expression and communication. Okay. So right now there's a need to essentially just kind of like check in with your emotions and see where you're at currently. You might be trying to repress them or suppress them a little bit, just kind of shoving them aside and not really dealing with them, okay? Sit with those emotions, okay? Sit with them. Love that. Sit with those emotions and try your best not to shove them away, okay? And know that, like, expressing those emotions is fine. There's nothing wrong with feeling the way that you do, okay? The only way out is through kind of vibes here, okay? You just need to sit with them. It doesn't mean you have to, like, align with them and that you have to, like, put any thought into what they mean, okay? Just let them exist. And know that, like, something more better, more positive is on, like, the other side of this all, okay? Other side of this all, okay? I cannot talk today, apparently. Fuck. Okay? And the point of all of this is essentially checking in with your needs, okay? checking in to see if all of your needs are being met, to see if you're feeling comfortable and grounded in yourself, or if you're feeling a bit unstable. Okay, and if emotions are currently feeling a bit unstable, it's essentially time to just kind of pull back a little bit from everything that's going on currently. Take some time out for yourself and do some self-care, okay? Because that's the energy of the Queen of Coins, okay? It's checking in with yourself, seeing if your needs are being met, and feeling grounded and comfortable within yourself, and feeling like you have what you need, okay? And also, communicate that to others, okay? Communicate that need to others. If you find that your needs aren't being met, communicate that to others. Communicate that in some way, okay? Even if, like, this doesn't involve, like, anyone else. If, like, nothing about the situation or the emotions or things you're dealing with currently doesn't involve anyone else, just take some time to communicate it to yourself, essentially, by putting it out into words. Journal. Okay? Just journal about it. Or write about it. Like, for instance, you know, like, write poetry about it. That's, like, a method that I use sometimes. I've done that quite a few times lately, actually. Just express it, okay? Express it in some form. Because there's essentially just kind of like a lack of like communication there with that Lover's reversed card. Because, like, the core energy of the Lover's card is all about communication. The Lover's card is often, yes, about relationships. But do you want to know what the key to a good relationship is? And that includes a good relationship with yourself. It's communication. And sometimes when we're trying to sort out, like, our own emotions, it can kind of be hard to figure out exactly what the source is or what it means, or, you know, yeah, sometimes just kind of sitting down with it and writing it down, putting it into word, helps us kind of sort through those feelings and those thoughts, okay? It helps solidify them and helps us see where it's actually coming from. Oh. 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 That was the first card to immediately pop out. Oh. New Moon in Libra. Know you're loved. This is definitely going to go very, very in line with what I said about that Ace of Cups too. Is that on the other side of this, there are like new, renewed emotions, okay? So. Okay. New Moon in Libra, know you were loved. There's new or renewed love energy around you, be it familial, platonic, romantic, or otherwise. Whether you're single or attached, a new personal or professional relationship cycle is starting for you. Open your heart and be loving. The trick is to get involved with people you like. Even love, be that on a personal or platonic level. If you want a new friend, you're on the right track. For a work or money question, a new start is highly likely. In love, the sky is the limit now, if you react with love. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to romance, a job interview, or any important relationship. Manifesting mindset. Consider the other person in your situation. What are their needs and worries? Get out and meet new people. And manifesting tips for calling in love. Call in Archangel Jophiel, whose beauty reminds us that beautiful thoughts attract beautiful experiences. Call in the energy of the loving and abundant planet Venus, which guides the sign of Libra. Yeah, we're currently in a Venus retrograde, and that doesn't end until sometime like early to mid-April. I forget the timeline exactly. Which is also why like it's highlighting issues of self-care, and there's constantly the messages of like tuning into yourself and seeing if your needs are being met. That is exactly why. Exactly why. Venus retrograde. You can blame it on Venus retrograde. Okay. Imagine your perfect day. What would happen and whom would you be with? Really delve into it. Note that if you're manifesting a new relationship, it's crucial that you never attempt to interfere with anyone else's free will. And your manifestation affirmation is, love makes my world go round. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Libra, on a Friday, which is Venus Day, by the way. That's Venus's day of the week is Friday. Or during Venus's hour, which is... it's a calculation that you would have to do. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember what the tagline on the new Moon and Libra card is. Okay, we have two cards here that immediately popped out. We have 5, I'm adaptable. Flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. So, essentially, when things are starting to get a bit out of balance, check in with yourself. Do some self-care to help replenish yourself, okay? And then we have 66. I am positive. Your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. Oh. Oh. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you are manifesting your inner desires. Oh. And yeah, that's definitely the case for me. Talking about your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. That's pretty much what Mr. Sass does for me. And I know that you're in a similar situation there, Egg. So. So. How cute. Okay, so for whoever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps. You can replace Guardian Angel, because like this deck is just kind of, again, it's called Angel Number Messages. So it focuses on, you know, like the terminology that's used like frequently mentions like angels or like guardian angels and shit, but like you can replace it with, you know, spirit guides, universal energies, cosmos, whatever you particularly feel more so aligned with. Whatever term you choose to call it. Also, look at me finishing the first fucking collective before we hit the 30-minute mark. Normally I'm lucky to get done with the first fucking collective within the first hour. I noticed that today, like, earlier, too, with, like, the fucking, the private reading I did earlier. Like, it was also just very, like, simple, concise, succinct message. Alright, do we want to do another collective? Yeah, no problem, Meg. Okay. Let's do another collective then. Wow, I actually have time to do more than one fucking collective. My leggies. I need to stretch the leggies. Okay. Let me take a drink really quick. Alright. What else do you wish to share with us today? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that at the beginning of stream. I announced it like yesterday, a little bit later in the evening on the Discord, that I'll be running a discount on readings, private readings, until the end of May. So I finished a bit of a refresh on my coffee page. Added some new things and yeah. Okay, no. Okay. Temperance. 7 of coins. And Knight of Swords. Essentially, so as you're essentially just kind of going after like these ideas that you have for yourself, okay? After, like, as you're chasing after the things that you like want to do, okay? Just have patience, okay? Change isn't going to happen overnight, it takes time, okay? Practice makes perfect. But right now, as you're just kind of like, things have like slowed down for you right now, and you're probably, you might also just kind of be like feeling a little bit lost and a bit unsure about like how to move forward with things. And there's like a bit of a lack of clarity here, okay? And that's okay, but because of this, it might just kind of be getting in your way a little bit, and you're just kind of unsure how to move forward, okay? Right now, what you can do is check in with yourself. Check in with the progress that you've made. See what has been working and what hasn't been, okay? Celebrate the progress that you have made, okay? Always celebrate that progress. It doesn't matter how small it is. That's the point of reflection. It's looking back to the past to see where you were before and how much that you've actually like done, how much you've accomplished, how much you've actually changed, okay? Pause for reflection. Reflect on that progress, see how far you've actually come. Celebrate that progress, and have patience as you wait for that clarity, that renewed clarity and renewed energy to come to you, okay? Also ads. I will pause. Nice. Okay, ads are almost over. Okay, ads should be over. Alright, and with that, let us go ahead and see what the Moonology manifestation wants to add. Ooh. 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 Ah, this card, this second card reminds me. It reminds me of a point that I wanted to add to that 7 of coins. Thank you. Thank you. So, it's very interesting that, like, we're kind of talking about, like, manifestation shit here right now. Yeah. But anyway, one sec. Let me just, like, put these cards out really quick. Last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. It ties in with what I just said about reflection on that progress, okay? And celebrating that progress that you've made. Be proud of that progress. Be proud of how far you've come, alright? And number 2 is full moon in Taurus, detoxify. This one reminded me of a point that I wanted to make with that, 7 of coins. But anyway. One thing that you should be releasing, okay? One thing that you should be releasing as you're working towards, like, going after what you want, as you're working on, like, manifesting the things that you want, okay? Working towards those goals, okay? One thing you absolutely should be releasing. Perfectionism. Let go of perfectionism. Don't be hard on yourself if it's not perfect yet. Like I said, practice makes perfect. Okay? Perfection is not only the enemy of good, it is the enemy of progress. Let it go. Okay. Anyway, let's get into these cards. I know I put full moon in Taurus second, but we're gonna read it first. Full moon in Taurus. Detoxify. You need a detox to restore equilibrium to your situation. Perhaps you've been obsessing and have fallen into a negative headspace. Whatever the case, you need to release any dramas, possessiveness, and stubbornness to free up everything. Digging your heels in won't help, and neither will allowing yourself to be mean. It could be a spiritual, emotional, or physical detox that's called for. Let go of the negativity. Stop being mean to yourself. Stop being harsh with yourself. Stop criticizing yourself. Let go of the perfectionism. No more. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between what your heart wants and what is the practical next step to take. Manifesting mindset. Your challenge now is to balance yourself emotionally. This might not be easy, but it'll boost your manifesting ability far more than if you're over-emotional and therefore out of alignment. I wouldn't say that so much as it helps bring back that clarity that you want, okay? When we're overly emotional, it's kind of hard to think straight and hard to see things clearly. So. A manifesting ritual for cleansing. Add Lang Lang oil to your diffuser. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Call in Hathor, the goddess of love and joy. The Egyptian goddess of love and joy. Among other things. She's also known as a healer. Funnily enough, her energy goes very, very in line with that Queen of Coins energy back in the first collective. Feel Hathor empowering you to clear away negativity and to fill yourself up with self-love and love for others. Your manifestation affirmation. I express love and love comes back to me. I cannot talk still. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Taurus, on a Friday, again, Venus's day, or during Venus's hour, which requires some calculations and fuck math. It's dependent on various factors, so it requires some, like, mathematical calculations, so nah. Okay, and then we have a last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Do you really believe in you? No one is perfect. But you need to believe in yourself and what you have to offer. Yes. Be proud of yourself. You came to this earth with a purpose to fulfill. Drawing this card suggests that there are a lot of unresolved self-worth questions that need to be answered before you can start to create the life you know is waiting for you. Being real is the key here. Don't pretend for appearance's sake. You're more than allowed and encouraged to be your real self. Yeah, and there are apps for that, yes. But also, you don't need to get that, like, detailed about things. You really don't. So, again, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. Does not have to be perfect. Manifesting mix. In an age where people pretend to lead a perfect life, there's nothing more impressive than true authenticity. Manifesting mindset. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Instead, start to recognize your own talents and assets. Manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Taurus. Labradorite, green fluorite, garnet, red jasper, honey calcite, or peach or yellow moonstone. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a bright blue light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. And crystals are decent to work with, but I like seeing them more of a focus of intent. And that's something that I feel some of us need to just kind of remember. All these things, including like just these cards, are tools. They don't hold the power. You do. But they can serve as a focus. And that's where their usefulness lies. And then again, when to manifest your magic, these are both Taurus, these all involve Venus. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Taurus, on a Friday, on Venus's day, or during Venus's hour. Okay. And let's see. What the affirmation deck instead? Okay. 9. I am compassionate. It is your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you are being of service. So carry the compassion, the energy of compassion with you, okay? And this kind of goes in line with that, like, letting go of negativity, particularly this card here, like Detoxify, which is all about letting go of negativity. And like perfectionism and being overly critical of yourself and just generally being mean and harsh with yourself, okay? Carry that energy of compassion around. Okay? Direct it towards yourself. Okay? You don't deserve any of that negative energy that you're fucking directing at yourself. All those awful things that you're telling yourself, okay? You don't deserve it. Be compassionate with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Okay? For whoever needed to hear that, I hope it helps. Also, Bree, I am, unfortunately, a math gay. I just don't have the fucking brain capacity for it. I actually am one of the weird people that actually does enjoy math. And it's something that I've always excelled at. But brain is just like, nah. You want me to think? You want me to work? No. You have too much going on right now. How about you just, like, sit and do nothing? Just relax. Take some time out. Stop trying to use me. I'm already overwhelmed, please. So, anytime I have to, like, think or, like, do math, my brain is essentially just, like, internally crying. It's just like, please no. Not right now. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I also just feel like sometimes people just teach math in the most confusing methods. Or they just don't explain enough of it. Math was actually, particularly back when I was in, like, college, math was one of the main things I tutored in. That and chemistry. Yeah. Those are the two things that I actually, mainly tutored in. Particularly, like, chemistry. I was, like, the main fucking chemistry tutor there. So. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Some teachers are just kind of shit at fucking explaining math concepts, and it's just like, can you not? You're making this more difficult than it actually needs to be. That's what it says. I thought that's what it was, but I couldn't fucking remember. Also, hello, Egg. Again. Anyway, before I forget, I keep yapping. Let me go fucking open the queue. Okay. Queue is open. You may now join. Okay. So I just noticed, again, look at me. Fucking, it hasn't even been an hour yet. I finished 2 collectives. Ah. Uh. Who am I? Who am I? The fuck is this? Okay. Thank you for the reminder. I actually probably should take another drink. Should also probably grab water. I'll do that in a bit. Okay. Are you ready, Bree? Okay. Let's hope we don't get, you know, too much more roasty. Alrighty, what do you need to hear today, Bree? Okay. Interesting. Okay. This is a little similar to that last collective there, but there's one key part they want to fucking highlight. In particular. Okay. One key part they want to highlight in particular. For you. That's this one. So, first of all, that Three of Swords. Okay, I forgot to fucking list the cards. Sorry, my bad. Knight of Coins, Three of Swords reversed, and King of Coins. Knight of Coins is a part that they really want to highlight of that, okay? Tying in to what I just said a few moments ago, Three of Swords here is, once again, asking you to release the ways in which you harm yourself, okay? Lean into that energy of self-compassion and self-love, okay? Release the ways that you just, like, tear yourself down. Because you don't need it, and you don't deserve it, okay? So, first and foremost, do that, okay? Release the negativity that you're directing at yourself, okay? Release it. And to get to this end goal here, okay? That King of Coins energy, where you've accomplished your goals, you're feeling secure and fulfilled, and you have what you want and what you need, okay? To get to that energy, to get to that end goal there, focus on slowing down. Take it slow, okay? It's going to be slow progress because unfortunately the fucking Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, is the slowest moving knight in the deck, okay? It's going to be slow movement, yes. Slow progress. But you do need to slow down. Take it a bit slower, okay? Again, change isn't going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. And it's going to take some work. And the part that they really want you to focus on right now, within that Knight of Coins energy, is practical steps. Okay? Take slow, be slow and methodical about it, okay? And take practical steps towards where you want to be, okay? And you are doing this, okay? You are doing this. You've already started doing this. Okay? So just keep going with that energy. Okay? Keep going with that energy. And just remember, slow progress is still progress, okay? It may not happen as quickly as you want it to, but just know that progress is being made, even if it's slowly. But for now, like I said, keep taking those practical steps and release the negativity that you're directing at yourself, okay? You don't deserve it. And you ain't got time for that shit. Oh. Excuse? Hold on. Part of the deck just like slipped out of my hands and it's just like, excuse? Hello? Are you okay? I'm sorry, but we're not taking like half the deck, sorry. Okay. We have New Moon in Gemini, think it through. A positive outcome lies ahead. However, to take this opportunity from the ethers and make it real, you need a positive mindset. On some level, you already know how to get what you want. Use your smarts. Think it through. Look for the signposts about what to do next. Ask, what am I expecting? Focus on positive expectations. Expectations attract. If you're having doubts, talk to someone. Make a list of your goals. There's a way through. Use your mind and your words to help others see things your way. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to a flirtatious situation, anything written, an upset you've had, or a relationship that feels blocked. Manifesting mindset. Expressing whatever is on your mind is always a good idea, but this card also suggests that you need to do some inner work and trust your intuition. Manifesting tips for boosting your intuition. Manifesting tips for boosting your intuition. Call in Archangel Zadkiel, who is associated with compassion and forgiveness. To help you clear a past hurt that could otherwise block you. Call in the energy of the planet Mercury, which guides Gemini. Pretty sure you already have an energy that's aligned with that. That would be, Hermes. So. Also, we are also still currently in a Mercury retrograde. So. That can often create a lack of clarity. Or at least it seems like a lack of clarity. But sometimes it's kind of may seem like a lack of clarity, but it usually helps bring into focus what's actually just kind of in our way, what actually needs to be addressed. And it also can cause a lot of issues around communication. And sometimes during Mercury retrograde, sometimes those communication issues come to light, and I'm sure you know that one very well right now. And close your eyes and meditate on your desire for at least 5 minutes. What comes up? Write it down. And your manifestation affirmation is, knowledge is powerful, and I am powerful. When to manifest your magic. The ideal time to work your magic is when the moon is in Gemini, on a Wednesday, which is Mercury's day, by the way, or during Mercury's hour. Okay. Alright, 12. I am a visionary. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is high, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. Okay, so essentially, I think this one is kind of tying into that, like, new moon and Gemini card a little bit. Okay? About, like, you have the ability to kind of, like, figure your way out of this, okay? Even if there is still a lack of clarity, and you don't yet know quite how to get this through, you'll find a way eventually. You'll come up with a solution for this, okay? You'll figure it out. Is definitely the feeling. Yeah, so just kind of get a feeling too that there's like a slight message there of hold on to your vision for the future. So there have been a lot of those vibes lately too. It's just stay focused on the, keep your eyes on the prize, essentially. Alright, there's ads right now. Yeah. Okay. Welcome back from it. Um, so visionary, this visionary card is definitely just kind of like tying into the whole like manifestation aspect of it. Like one way, one tool that I like using sometimes for like manifesting something for myself, and essentially just kind of putting my vision for the future in a concrete solid form, is creating vision boards. It kind of helps you just kind of take those thoughts and turn them into something more physical, more concrete that you can actually see. And it's also a way of just kind of like putting that energy out there. So, you still need to take the practical steps towards things, but before that, you kind of have to know what exactly your goal is. And like I've said before, manifestation is equal parts dreaming and thinking, planning, taking action, releasing, and then waiting for the response. And as you're waiting for the response, you take that time to rest, replenish yourself, do what you need to do to take care of you. And then once you get that response, you make adjustments. It's a never-ending cycle. So, manifestation is a never-ending cycle. So, yeah, so I hope that message helps. Also, I'm sorry, Egg. But yeah, so that's kind of why I say like the visionary card is also just kind of giving those like vibes of just kind of keep your eyes on the prize, visualize what you want, and then hold tight to that vision. Okay, are you ready, Egg? Also, my goodness, readings are going so quick tonight. I feel like it should be much later than it actually is. But I've only been going for like an hour and 13 minutes. Fucking what? What? What is happening? Okay. Let's see what you need to hear. I swear to fuck if they give you like a repeat message of earlier, I'm going to lose my shit. Let's see what you need here today, Egg. Okay. Okay. They're not, but... Okay. Looks like we're getting an extra card for you. It's turned over, but I'm gonna... It, like, flipped over in the deck, but I'm gonna pull it out. We have... Nine of Wands. Judgment. The Sun, reversed. Queen of Swords. So, I know you might kind of feel like giving up right now. Your patience is kind of being tested right now, and essentially, you might just kind of be like struggling to just kind of like see a point to continuing pursuing the things you are, okay? And essentially, hold on, let me sort through this really quick. Hey, so yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Essentially, just keep pushing through this. I know it may be difficult right now, okay? And because of, like, the high stress situation you're dealing with and just not really getting what you want out of, like, other situations and stuff, it's just kind of causing you to feel, like, a bit down. And there's also just kind of, like, that energy of relapsing to old patterns here, okay? You might be just kind of like on the edge of that, and you might be being like pretty harsh on yourself about that. But you shouldn't be, okay? You shouldn't be. Just know that, like, you're close, okay? The Judgment card here is right before the World card. You're very close to finishing things out, okay? To closing a chapter on something here soon. You're very, very close to finishing this, okay? So, just keep pushing through, as difficult as it may be sometimes. Keep pushing through. Okay? You're nearing the end. You're nearing the end. And along with that, okay, there's going to be just like a new energy, like a refreshed energy here, okay? With that Judgment card. There is definitely an energy of like renewal and like rebirth that occurs with this Judgment card here, okay? And Yeah. Just keep fiercely going after what you want here, okay? With that Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords energy is very direct. Okay? It's very, very direct. And when it's imbalanced, because that card did initially pop out like sideways. When it's imbalanced, that Queen of Swords energy can just become very harsh and like overly critical. So again, let go of that energy towards yourself, okay? If you're directing any of that towards yourself, let it go. You don't need that, okay? Just fiercely go after what you want and defend yourself from anyone else who like tries to test that, okay? Because the Queen of Swords is all about like setting boundaries for yourself too. So, and I know boundaries here are probably part of something that's being tested. And a lot of people don't really like to think that in terms of like applying their own boundaries applying to themselves, but they do. They do. Sometimes we're the first to cross those boundaries. Because we know we shouldn't be doing something, or we know that we should be doing something, but we ignore it. Or so. Let's see here. What the Orphan deck wants to add. Okay. We have... Why is there so much Taurus? It's probably because of Venus. The Venus energy that's associated with it. And, Venus currently being in retrograde. Anyway. New Moon in Taurus. Know your worth. This does kind of tie a little bit into the message you got earlier. You know what you're not going to tolerate anymore, and you're cutting it out, okay? That's precisely what that Queen of Swords energy is bringing here, okay? And New Moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. New Moon in Taurus. Know your worth. You're on the right track, but you need to go steadily. Knowing that you're worthy of your desires is crucial here. Opportunities open up when you believe in yourself. Dig deep and move past negative comments from others. Also yourself. No matter what happened in the past, if you're aiming to manifest something for the good of everyone concerned, you can do it. Good self-esteem will also boost your manifesting powers, so love yourself more. Know your own worth and others will too. Be true to your values. Yes. You are the first step in essentially showing others how you deserve to be treated. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to property, possession, sensuality, love, self-belief, and self-worth. Manifesting mindset. Acknowledge and make a list of your best traits. If you find that hard to do, ask a friend to tell you what's great about you. Manifesting tips for boosting self-worth. Call an Archangel Chamuel. Or Camuel, perhaps? Who helps you to find anything you need and brings spiritual illumination. Connect to Venus, the planet of love and abundance, the planet of love and abundance that guides Taurus. Place a picture of Aphrodite on your altar to draw in Venus energy. You can also put a picture of Venus, the goddess, as well. Venus is named after a goddess, after all. Hold this card to your heart chakra and feel Aphrodite's beautiful and loving energy. And then your manifestation affirmation is, I deserve to manifest blank. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Taurus, on a Friday, again, Venus's day, or during Venus's hour. I also just noticed that we have 2 new moon cards here. Lots of new moon, like lots of new energy here. Nice. Trust all will be well. Sometimes we want everything to happen yesterday, but divine timing is a real thing. Sometimes we need more pieces of a jigsaw to fall into place before we can get what we want. Slowing down now is the key for you to get what you want, so take your time and allow events to unfold. That part about allowing events to unfold definitely ties in a little bit to your message earlier. See what you can do for others as a really quick and easy way both to distract yourself and to boost your good karma while you wait for your dreams to manifest. There's a reason why you pulled this card, so make sure you pay attention. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to a job or health situation. Manifesting mindset. Go out of your way to help someone. Helping boosts karma. Be reliable. Don't overthink things. Be modest. Manifesting tips for stepping into divine timing. Call in Archangel Metatron. Motherfucker. Who works to clear away and heal any lower energies that might make you feel rushed. Ask him to clear your energy and the energy of wherever you are. Call in the planet Mercury, which guides Virgo, and ask for help with reasoning and accepting divine timing. You don't say, Egg. You don't say. And also, like, if you want to call in a specific, like, deity that does have, like, an alignment with Mercury, you could always ask Mr. Sass, but, you know, be careful with that one. Your manifestation affirmation. I help others, and others help me. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Virgo, on a Wednesday, which is Mercury's day, or during Mercury's hour. So. Excuse me. Cards. Oh no. I'm not sure that you have. If you have, I don't remember. Oof, whoa, okay. Okay. We have 2 cards here. 3. I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. So, again, returning to that energy of expression, okay? Expression. Like I said earlier, even with like the opening collective, and this one even mentions like creative stuff, creative pursuits, okay? Write about it. I know you also write poetry, so if you can find the time to write about it, just to put those like thoughts and those feelings into word, okay? Express what you're dealing with. Give it an out. And 000. I am a creator. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. So this is very much all about the energy of manifestation, okay? Limitless potential here. Okay? Okay, so I hope that message helps. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, Adam, it is your turn. So thank you for the reminder. I should actually probably go grab that water now. I'll actually be right back. I'm gonna go grab that water. Okay, I am back. Okay. Are you ready, Adam? Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you need to hear today? Well, okay. Well, how about how about you not? How about you not? You thought about that one there, sir. We have the Four of Swords. I saw one of the cards that flipped over in the deck, but it popped itself back in. Do you want to know the card it was replaced with? It was the Five of Wands that flipped over and popped out but flipped back in. You want to know what fucking card it was replaced with? You want to know what fucking card it was replaced with? It's the fucking Five of Swords. They're like, nah, wrong five. Wrong five. Wrong five. Then we have the Page of Wands. So, we have ads real quick. I'll pause. Aw. Kitty says no work. No work. Now is time for playing. Giving Kitty attention. How dare. Yeah. She's just like, you've done enough work. You've done enough work for today. It's time for relaxing and playing with me and paying attention to me. I'm right here. How dare you not give me attention? What am I even here for if not to give me attention and love me? Oh goodness. Well, yeah, you should definitely go get yourself some food. And also, I know I need to take that advice myself because I have not eaten a single goddamn thing today. But I'll worry about that later, okay? Yeah, that's good at least. Okay. So, anyway, ads are over. So let me continue with your reading here, Adam. So, that Five of Swords energy is definitely being highlighted here, okay? It's an energy of conflict. And essentially, there's a sense of defeatedness that comes along with it, okay? There's a sense of defeatedness that comes along with it, okay? There's essentially there's just generally some tension and stress that's going on currently. Points of like conflict and like hostility, okay? It can be a very hostile energy, and one that's not like very fun to just kind of be in or like experience. And along with this sometimes comes that like that energy of resentment, okay? And a need for forgiveness, okay? So essentially there are still some things to work through here, okay? Some things that need to be done, that need to be worked through. However, remember to let go of any of the just like negativity, hostility, resentment, any of that shit that you're just holding on to, okay? Release it. Let it go, okay? Take some time out for yourself to reflect on these things and essentially what's causing this, what you're still holding on to that's just kind of causing these feelings within you. And then just keep moving forward, holding on to that like positivity, that optimism, okay? There may be a lot happening currently, like internally and externally. This isn't just necessarily about like what's happening for you internally either. There are a lot of external factors that are also testing you right now too, okay? Which is why there's also just generally this need to just kind of like disconnect, take a moment, take a breather, and just kind of like relax and take care of yourself, okay? So there's still things that need to be done, okay? But carry yourself with optimism, with positivity, okay? Try to remain carefree about things. Don't get too stuck on something, okay? Don't get too caught up in everything that's going wrong, okay? Because that's how essentially that's how inevitably you'll essentially just create a block for yourself, because you'll just drain yourself of too much energy because you're just focusing too much on everything that's going wrong and everything that's not really going your way, okay? It's draining. It's not going to do you any favors. So, don't get too caught up in all that, okay? Keep moving forward, keep pushing through with a sense of optimism, positivity, and a hopeful outlook that things can actually go better. Okay? Yeah. And that's all you can do, because right now there's a lot of shit that's just out of your control. Okay. We have full moon in Pisces, forgive. So this is in response to the internal new moon in Pisces, forgive. Applying to both situations, we have full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Full moon in Pisces. Be careful that you're not coming at your current situation with your mind made up. This card is a reminder that life is an unfolding mystery, and you need to go with it. Instead of trying too hard to tick every box for your dreams to come true, fall into the dreams a little. It could be well that what's blocking your current manifestation is that you haven't forgiven yourself or someone else for something that happened in the past. To boost your manifesting powers, forgive yourself and anyone else who needs forgiveness. Manifesting balance. Strike a balance between all your duties and what you need to do for inner peace. Manifesting mindset. Hanging on to anger is unhelpful and can be toxic. Move on and forgive, even if you don't forget. This is your way to a brighter future. A manifesting ritual for forgiveness. Add lavender essential oil to your diffuser. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Kuan Yin, the wonderful Chinese goddess of compassion and mercy. Ask Kuan Yin for her assistance in clearing any upset that you can find forgiveness and move on. I mean, you know you have plenty of energies. I hope that you can ask for help with this, so. Your manifestation affirmation is, I forgive everyone who needs it in my life. It is done. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Pisces, on a Thursday, which is Jupiter's day, or during Jupiter's hour. Because Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces. So. And then we have full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. There's a... I forgot about the fucking first line of this card, I'm sorry. There's a strong sexual energy around you now. The good news is that sexual energy is very creative. After all, it leads to an act that creates humans. A tense situation could be about to boil over, so go carefully. Time spent outdoors will help you to calm your emotions as well as increasing your general well-being. You need to find a balance between your emotions and your sensual side. Don't deny this part of yourself. Use the energy to create what you want. Also, you know, leaning into that sexual energy is also a good way of releasing emotions. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's one of like the keywords / key concepts it's always associated with them, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it's funny. Manifesting mindset. When we're emotionally overheated, we end up focusing on what we don't want, rather than on what we do want. Bear this in mind now. Breathe. And that goes perfectly in line with what I said about focusing on everything that's going wrong. Okay? Don't focus there. It just drains you. A manifesting ritual for seduction. Why? You know what? It says a manifesting ritual for seduction. This is a manifesting ritual for release. I'm sorry. Especially with that fucking first thing that's listed here. That is letting go. That is releasing. And the energy, specific, like, divine energy they're calling in here, same thing. Add myrrh essential oil to your diffuser. Do you know what myrrh is associated with? Death. Rest in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Kali, the goddess of Shakti, divine feminine energy, and of facing down your fears. Make sure you're fully in touch with your sensual side. Unspent sexual energy creates blockages, so use your imagination. Oh my fucking god. This card is so fucking ridiculous. Like I said, yes, releasing that pent-up, sexual frustration is it's a good way of releasing, releasing emotions and things, so definitely don't be afraid to, like, lean into that and just use that as a way of release. You know that that's a way that, like... You know I'm a practitioner of, like, sex magic, and that's precisely what I use it for. It's release. It's letting go. So, yeah. What is with this fucking manifestation affirmation? I'm sorry. Sexual energy Sexual energy fires me up in a good way and helps me express my creativity too. Well. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio, on a Tuesday, which is Mars Day, or during Mars's hour. So. I guess the key to that one is, release. Mm-hmm. Well, okay then. Okay, we have 2. I am diplomatic. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. So, as you're like doing the internal reflection side of things and just kind of like seeing things for what they are, to see things for what they are, look at both sides of it, okay? Look at both sides of things. Okay? And as the Full Moon and Pisces card said, offer forgiveness to both sides of that, okay? Yourself and any other person that was involved in this. But the first step towards forgiving starts with you, okay? You have to forgive yourself first. It doesn't matter who is right or wrong in the situation. So, I hope that message helps. Of course. Okay, Kels. You're up next. And also, before I forget, let me go ahead and issue a last call for Q here. If you wish to join, you may still do so. I'll leave it open until I finish this reading. So. Thank you for the reminder. Are you ready, Kels? Are you still there, Kels? It's all good. Are you ready? Okay. What message do you need to hear today? Okay. Okay. Eight of Wands. King of Swords. Reversed. Nine of Coins. So, essentially, there's a new energy coming in here soon that's essentially just going to, like, change things very quickly. Okay? Things are out of alignment and out of balance right now with that King of Swords energy. But like I said a few days ago, this is a realignment period. Okay? This is a period of realignment where you can realign with yourself and what you truly want. And what's truly meant for you and best for you. There may be a lack of clarity right now, but along with this energy, you'll find that sense of clarity again, okay? And that sense of, like, connection again, with the other side of things here, okay? So, things will realign here soon, along with this, like, new fresh energy here soon, okay? So that, so that you can get back to essentially going after the things you're working towards, the things that you want with a renewed sense of that, of what you want, like what you truly want, and what's like truly the path that you want to go down, okay? So for now, just take it slow and know that what's happening now is for a reason that will make sense soon. And there's a payoff. Okay, there's a payoff to all this, and you'll able to more wholeheartedly, like, authentically go after what you really want, what you truly want, and what's like truly meant for you. Okay, that nine of coins moment is on the horizon here. Okay, I have ads starting soon, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull the oracle card, though I probably won't get to read it quite yet. That just popped out immediately. Oh my gosh. Like, I wish that was on camera, because that fucking card literally just shot straight up. Straight up into the air and just landed in my lap. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. And right in time for ads. Okay, welcome back from ads. Now, let's see what this card has to say, because it was apparently very eager to share it. My goodness. The force with which that shot out. My goodness. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating, while neediness isn't usually very attractive. Acting out of fear is a risky response. So if you dwell on your insecurities, what you'll manifest is an extension of those insecurities. Or rather, it'll essentially just kind of create a block for you. It's not that, again, it's really going to get in your way, and that, you know, like, focusing on, like, those fears is just going to get you more of those things. I fucking hate that outlook on manifestation. If that were actually true, nothing would literally nothing would ever happen. Literally nothing would ever happen. But anyway. And we would all be fucked. But, more so, if you focus on, like, all the negative shit, you're essentially not really going to see any of the good that's actually happening, and it's just going to create a blockage. It's going to create a barrier. Okay? The reason why we should face our fears is that in doing so, they often simply dissolve. If we don't face them, they can influence us to act in ways we otherwise wouldn't. Which means we can end up manifesting the very thing we were hoping to avoid. No. To see off the fear that's in you, face it right now. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between Cancer's oversensitivity and Capricorn's coolness. Manifesting mindset. Facing your fears and working out where they came from will point you in the right direction and get you into the right mindset. A manifesting ritual for contentment. Add patchouli essential oil to your diffuser or bath. Find a comfortable position and relax with your eyes closed. Call in Selene, goddess of the moon, to guide you. Imagine Selene's energy as a silver beam bathing your entire body and ask her to guide you as you live in tune with the moon. Your manifestation affirmation. I completely love and accept myself as I am. Yes. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Cancer, on a Monday, the moon's day, or during the moon's hour. Okay. Okay. 444. I am protected. Trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. Okay. Oh, you didn't have to close it quite yet, Adam. Hold on. So I hope that message helped. Good. I'm glad. And also, last call for Q here. If anyone still wants to join, I'll be closing it here in a couple seconds. So. You may still join if you wish. Okay. Close Q there. Also, it's okay, Adam. Sorry. I just usually, before I close it for good, I usually just give a last chance. Just for anyone who might still be thinking about it, but yeah. Alrighty. So that means it is time to see what closing message they have for us. I usually don't read out. It's not that I, like, don't want to, it's just that, yeah. I just don't really, don't really know anyone well enough. So, that's really the only reason why. And, no one that I would follow, is, like, live right now, so. No one that I do follow, rather, is live right now, so, eh. Otherwise I would read out, yeah. But, let's see what closing message they have for us. So, what do you wish to close us out with today? Hello. I am. I'm doing a closing collective right now. If you want to stick around and see what it says. Okay. Well, regardless, that's okay. But regardless, thank you for stopping by. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Page of coins. 8 of coins. Okay, so, essentially, the Hierophant here is definitely just kind of all about, like, there's definitely a learning journey here, okay? There's definitely a learning journey here. And, like, overall, this, particularly between the combination of the Hierophant and, like, the 8 of coins, there's definitely just kind of, like, a vibe of, like, practice makes perfect. Sort of vibe. You're still in the process of kind of learning what you need to essentially, get to where you want to be, and, that's fine if you're not really, like, that's fine if, like, things still aren't, you know, like, working as well as you want them to yet, okay? You're still learning, you're still in the process of learning what you need to, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, quite honestly, life is a never-ending learning journey, okay? It never ends. Ever. And that applies to like so many things. It's like every day you just kind of like learn new things about yourself, you learn new things about others, and just like in general, there's just a lot of things. A lot of things to learn from, okay? And that is also kind of coming with the alongside that message of learning that's with like the Hierophant, there is also that like sense of just like guidance as well. There is that sense of guidance with like the Hierophant as well. Like external guidance, as in, you know, from like spirit guides, universe, whatever you like choose to call it, okay? Whatever this guiding force is, whatever this external guiding force in your life is, this is also something that like they're attempting to help you like learn, and something that they're just attempting to help you realize, okay? So, keep following it, okay? Keep following that guiding force, keep following down that path. There's still more to learn, and you'll improve, essentially, the more that you do, like... You'll improve the more that you do it. Because 8 of coins is usually about, like, 8 of coins to me is usually like practice makes perfect vibes. Okay. It's about attending to the finer details of things. Putting your head down and putting in the work. Okay? But when it's imbalanced, it turns into perfectionism. It turns into harsh criticism. Tearing apart the progress that you've made. Okay? So... if you find yourself in that sort of space and you're being really, really hard on yourself about like feeling like you haven't done enough, like you haven't learned enough, like you haven't been making any progress, let it go. Okay? Just let it go. And know that there is a fresh new energy here, okay? A fresh new restart with that Page of Coins energy, okay? So... okay. We have 3 cards here. We have the first one is New Moon in Aries, go for it, which funnily enough there is a New Moon in Aries on like the 28th or 29th. It's in a few days. It's in a few days, so. And it's a solar eclipse, so, solar eclipse in Aries. So, along with that, there's going to be a refreshed sense of, like, motivation, knowing what you want, and a renewed drive to charge forward. Okay? And that eclipse is also going to tie up any loose ends from when the series of eclipses started back in 2023. So, it's going to close out a chapter in your life that started back in 2023, while also giving you that renewed drive and motivation to charge after what you actually truly want in life. And we have New Moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. I just noticed these are all new moon cards again. And oopsie, let me actually just do this. Okay. New Moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. Again, we have this card. Okay. New Moon in Aries. Go for it. This card heralds good news. Opportunities abound and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up to you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm and expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Do take action. This is crucial. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing. In love, make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing someone or something. Manifesting mindset. Be driven, determined, take action. Ditch faint-heartedness. Manifesting tips for boosting courage. Call an Archangel Ariel, who is associated with spring and is wonderful to appeal to when you need courage. Yeah, that actually, I forgot to mention, this energy, particularly in this deck, this card is associated with spring energy, by the way. The image is connected to a story with a spring, a deity that's associated with spring in some, like, mythology. I forget which story and which, like, country it originates from, but this is a spring deity on this card. Call on the energy of Mars, of the planet Mars, which guides the sign of Aries. To boost your courage, light a candle, ideally a red one, and ask Ariel and Mars for assistance. Your manifestation affirmation. I am on the right track. Soon I will blink. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aries, on a Tuesday, which is Mars Day, or during Mars hour. Okay. New Moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible from you. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or situation. If you know you've been too emotional about someone or something, this card offers you the chance to cool things down. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Allow for things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true, science, tech, or online dating. Manifesting mindset. Be yourself. Independence doesn't have to mean loneliness. A group of people rather than one person may be the ones to help you. Manifesting tips for detachment. Call an Archangel Uriel, the most cerebral archangel. Call in energy from the planet Uranus, which guides the sign of Aquarius and is all about independence and revolution. Light a candle, preferably silver, and ask Uriel for his help with viewing his life viewing life compassionately, but also dispassionately, so that you can stay cool under any pressure. Your manifestation affirmation is, there is only one me, it's safe to be me, and I love me. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius, on a Saturday, which is Saturn's day, or during Saturn's hour. And then we have a new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. It's funny that the card before it mentions divine timing, and that's kind of what this card is all about. Sometimes we want everything to happen yesterday, but divine timing is a real thing. Sometimes we need more pieces of a jigsaw to fall into place before we can get what we want. Slowing down now is the key for you to get what you want. So take your time and allow events to unfold. See what you can do for others as a really quick and easy way to both distract yourself and to boost your good karma while you wait for your dreams to manifest. There's a reason why you pulled this card, so make sure you pay attention. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to a job or health situation. Manifesting mindset. Go out of your way to help someone. Helping boosts karma. Be reliable. Don't overthink things. Be modest. Manifesting tips for stepping into divine timing. Call in Archangel Metatron, who works to clear away and heal any lower energies that might make you feel rushed. Ask him to clear your energy and the energy of wherever you are. Call on the planet Mercury, which guides Virgo, and ask for help with reasoning and accepting divine timing. Your manifestation affirmation is, I help others and others help me. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Virgo, on a Wednesday, which is Mercury's day, or during Mercury's hour. Alrighty. Let's see what this deck wants to add here. All right. 777. I am in the flow. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. All right. So, I hope that message helps for whoever needed to hear it. And with that, unfortunately, it is time for me to call it here, so that I can go take some time to go get food and rest. And just go take care of myself. But thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.